I got to unmute myself. So I guess we are live with Midday with Moss, my brand new intro. I guess I need to thank the head geek of Techie Geek, Mike Bloomfield. Mikey, why don't you come on to the show, bud? Did you make that yourself?
I did.
That was great. I mean, Todd and Mike may want to fight you there. You might be intruding on their domain.
I told you, they don't really do, like, that's not their thing.
Well, I was got a little bit of editing.
Yeah, but all I did was I got a template, I got some stock video, I had to mesh it all together, modify some text in After Effects. That's what I did yesterday after Gotham After Dark. That was done by like 1:30 last night.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for putting in some hard time. It's well appreciated. I'd like to bring on our next co-host. Can I see Moss again? Who the hell is she talking? Oh, she's talking about the video.
Oh, you want to play it one more? Oh, let's get everyone on, and then we'll play. And
the man, the face of Gotham Trinity. Let's bring on Todd Bavona.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Good afternoon, Mr. Moss.
Mr. Todd, Mr. Mike, we are here. So it was a beautiful day, but
it was. Nicole said it was cold, though, right?
No, it was beautiful and cold, but now it's like
chill.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow, right? I think
it always rains. But the good thing about the rain is that if you're doing like outside work or you had like a pool recently installed, it helps settle the ground. So we got a great show in store today. We have a very, very, very good friend of mine, a very, very, very respected business on Staten Island. Today we have Gerald from Gerald Peters Jewelry Store. Gerald and Peter are brothers. Their father, Jerry Sr., started the business many moons ago, I believe, in Brooklyn, Caesars Bay Bazaar, 18th Avenue. It used to be called Gold Mine, and then they moved over to the Staten Island Mall, and then through the mall's renovations, the evolution of a brand from Gold Mine to Gerald Peters. And really, really good people. I'm really excited about that. And I know a lot, like many of us, right? We all have moms, grandmas, aunts, wives, and Mother's Day, right? What do we do? I mean, are we doing the chocolate thing? Are we doing the flower thing? Well, I know one thing we're definitely not doing: Mother's Day brunch, right? Going out to a restaurant, right? Maybe you're catering in from your favorite restaurant. But this is a really cool option that a lot of businesses on Staten Island have offered their clients the ability to still shop in their store virtually, and they can still get mom, grandma, that special woman in your life a special gift. So I think without further ado, guys, let's bring on Gerald Amorosi Jr.
And we also have Christina in the background, so we'll bring her in.
What's up, Chris?
Hey.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Gerald.
Hey.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me, Moss.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So, Gerald, I don't know if you see the comments, but as soon as my mother heard that you were on, what are you getting me?
That's a good point.
Whose noise is that?
Yep.
Christina?
It was Chris. You know what it is, Gerald? I think she does it on purpose. I think she really wants to square off with me. But, I mean, what do we get?
My dad's on the phone outside. You're probably hearing that.
Oh, okay. So let's start off with a very, very, very important question. I mean, from an inventory perspective, I've had the pleasure of spending many days and hours in the store. So we brought on a special person in my life yesterday. I guess this is Moss Mentor Week. Yesterday we had Frank D'Amato, and today we have Gerald of Gerald Peters. But as many people know, Gerald's dad is one of my mentors. And every once in a while I get summons to the mall, and I get sat in the back office like a third son, and I get and Gerald's witnessed some of them. He just walks out. So, a great family. And so thank you. And so talk to us a little bit. Call me important.
On a live stream.
So I guess
I think we should call him live.
Let's put it on speaker.
So Jelly, are you live? Should we call you in the office? Should I call you on speakerphone?
Thanks, Maria.
No raises in the stores. Oh,
she's mocking my beard, I guess.
He called me. So, Gerald, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we can shop virtually? Tell us a little bit about the Gerald Peters. I'm gonna jump off and make sure that Jelly's not dying.
No worries. Yeah. So basically, obviously, everything from soup to nuts is an obstacle in terms of purchasing, and online and omni-channel avenues are more important now than ever. I think it's expedited some businesses to realize that if they weren't on board with the internet and selling online and stuff, it needs to be a priority. I think that's somewhere us personally have. Obviously we're a family-owned business, mom and pop. You come in, you see me, my brother, my father. The staff that we have is very familiar. Everyone's been with us for 10 plus years. But, in today's world, the customer still wants the accessibility to, purchase stuff from, their couch or their bed. So we do have an online platform, which we can still ship up until, I'm guessing, tomorrow or the next day for Mother's Day delivery. So really cool. It's through Gabriel and Company, which is probably one of our most successful vendors that we carry. They have everything from $200 to $20,000 items. So all simple, timeless jewelry. So there's really something for everybody on their site, which really is a huge benefit to us. I could see if I could share my screen. Let's see.
It's pretty easy. Just hit share the screen and Mike will see it. And just maximize it on your desktop.
All right. Are we in? Do you see it?
All right. Here we go. White Gold Presidential. Thanks, Gerald.
That's from us. But here, if you go to the menu tab on our website, you can go right here to Shop Mother's Day. Very simple. This will come up as long as you can still see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, they see your screen.
All right. So while it's loading, bear with me. So hypothetically, if you clicked on any of these items, there's all different types of items as you scroll. You can categorize this by necklace, rings, earrings, bracelets, gifts, and there's hundreds of different choices. So if you chose this love bracelet, let's just say, it would come down here. And when you would click add to cart, orders placed by May 7th will arrive by Mother's Day. So you know right away that you'll get your gift on time. It's really cool. You see here 255, and when you just add to cart, it's just a simple shopping cart to exit, and it gets shipped right to your door. Free shipping and a free gift for purchase as well. A nice little jewelry kit that you see here, which is pretty cool. So that's one avenue that we're allowing.
Gerald, is Gabriel the company where we bought the letters? I bought the letters for Des.
No, that was Roberto Coin. Different. I have those here though. So
okay. Sorry, I thought it was Gabriel. I know.
No, Gabriel. We carry a lot of different vendors, and some people, the old school jewelry, a lot of people would hand select or make it themselves. But when you have these kind of designers that make and manufacture stuff on a consistent basis, you can guarantee a quality over and over again. I can sell the same necklace 20 times, all 20 times. I know the diamonds will be the same quality every time, and I think there's a lot of value to that. The other way is it's been crazy, but Instagram DMs, Facebook messages. Obviously, people see stuff, they message us, and then I facilitate it myself. I'm in the store probably every other day, picking up items, charging credit cards over the phone, and shipping them out either FedEx or home delivery. So whatever works best. Even virtual appointments. I went to someone's house, took 3 watches that they were looking at. They picked it right there, and that was that. So we're doing what we can to stay afloat.
Well, it's really important to, as we all know, and obviously, me, your brother, your father were very close. We have to change with the times, right? And you're kind of lucky, and I hope Big Jerry is listening to this, because we like to, me, you, and Peter, we really get on him a lot. We do, yeah. But you're lucky because Dad's seen a lot, right? Yeah. The business is now evolved into a second generation business. And, you guys had that beauty and say, Dad, how did you get through the 2008, 2009 recession? Dad, how did you get through 9/11? Dad, how did, I don't remember. When did Big Jerry start at Caesars Bay, in the early 80s?
Yeah, 80. He was
1980.
82 is when he went on his own, but he was in business before that as well.
So you're talking about 40 years. I mean, he's seen a lot. He's seen a lot of the market crash in the 80s. Yeah, and what's really amazing about their brand, because it really has become a brand on Staten Island, is the fact that, Big Jerry's been involved in a lot of different things. I mean, Pandora, the mall is also owned by the Amorosi family. They had some food concessions years ago. So they've been involved and they've evolved with time. So I feel very confident that in the retail market, things are going to come back. Like we always talk about, people say, oh, malls are a thing of the past and everything is online. But I personally feel the experience.
Yeah, I think you touch on a good thing. Everything goes full circle. So obviously with the up and coming of the internet, there are some specific brands that now are heavily relying on internet sales, whereas they lost that in-person or in-store traffic. And I think those are the brands that probably didn't emphasize, like you said, on experience. Maybe they were price-oriented, or maybe they were just sale-oriented, where it was just in and out, high volume. The stores that, I'll tell you myself, if I'm going to buy, and let's just say my girlfriend a designer handbag, I'm not going to order it online. I'm going to go to the store, get the champagne, and get the whole experience. And I think that's where you have to, put your focus. A lot of people market. Everyone here is big into advertising. A lot of people who advertise look for new customers, where you should be investing your money into your current customers and let them do the talking for you. So if you're going to spend, obviously we do billboards, we do all this stuff, but our priority is the customer in store. So what can you do for that customer in store? Give them a better experience, reward them for purchasing with you, make them feel special, and they'll go out and they'll send 3 or 4 or 5 friends, and those friends will send more friends. And that's really how you market. I think for jewelry especially, we're lucky because majority of people don't buy a diamond online or a necklace online that they can't see in person, can't touch and feel. A watch is a little different. Where's it coming from? All that good stuff. But we're not into clothing or sneakers or anything like that. Obviously, those kind of mom and pop stores have a little bit more difficult competitive advantage over the internet. But so that's fortunate for us. But we'll see where it goes.
And when you walk into a testament to Big Jerry. Richie's on. Richie B&I, as he's in my phone, and he will stay as my phone as Richie B&I to the day I die. As Desiree's in my phone as Desiree Beanie, my wife for 15 years. So when you guys redid the store, the joke was at the grand opening party, all right, Jerry, you spent Gerald and Peter's inheritance. Now you're retiring. It's really a retirement party. And Jerry gave a big speech, and I was there, and I'm like, Jerry, it's really a retirement party. You're out.
Yeah.
Right? And he kept ordering, and no, it's got to be perfect, and take this down, spend money on this. Poor John Tardy probably wanted to kill him. And Rich, who was the architect? Oh, my God.
Glenn Catrona.
Glenn, and wanted to probably kill him. But the store opened, and after I would want to say hundreds of thousands, but I think it went north of that. We'll leave that alone. The knock on the door that every jeweler waits for came. And for those of you that don't know, the Amorosi family was the first family in years to be selected, I believe, in the world to open up. Is it the world or the country?
Yeah, in the United States, we were like the first new family to open up Rolex. So not an existing door moving, maybe making a new location, or like watches of Switzerland coming from Switzerland to Manhattan, similar to that. We were the first new family they opened in decades. So that was a pretty cool accomplishment. We had no idea, but Rolex came to us. Rich actually sent an email out to one of the reps. He did his due diligence, found an email, sent it, wasn't even our rep. A couple months later, they showed up unannounced. The CEO of Rolex USA showed up. There was probably about 12 visits in between the decision making. Sometimes they would come unannounced. Sometimes they would come formally announced. And we're very blessed and fortunate to be accepted to sell such a prestigious brand in our industry, for sure.
I mean, for our viewers that may not know, being in the jewelry business and having Rolex walk in is, for someone like myself, me being asked to go on stage and DJ side by side with Tiesto, Mike sitting at the round table with, Bill Gates and, let him rest in peace to Steve Jobs. Like, Like, there's certain brands in our own industries. Todd, I mean, you're in TV, so I don't know, in TV production, so I don't know who you would want to, say you want to maybe be with an EP or an anchor or something. But I mean, I remember, the first I could speak about it now. Dad'll probably kill me, but I remember after they left, your father called me and he goes, "They finally came," and I'm like, "What? Your retirement papers?" And he's like, "No." He goes, "Rolex." I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Do not say a word. Don't even tell Gerald and Peter I told you. They'll kill me." Like, Gerald, I think he was more worried about Peter than you. Everyone's always concerned about Peter. And I mean, guys, I mean, to be proud is one thing. I'm honored to be your friends. And I mean, you guys are amazing. We started off when I first met Jerry on the March of Dimes days, I'm going, this guy's nuts. We're talking about apples. Next thing you know, he's talking about oranges. Next thing you know, we're talking about bananas. I'm like, I can't keep up with this guy. But yeah, but I mean, really an amazing family. Probably one of the most charitable, families on Staten Island. So, but continue with the virtual stuff. I just had
it's all good. It's always fun to run around some history, and it's kind of crazy because we're doing Zoom trainings with our staff actually to try and keep busy and keep focused and focusing on getting back to work, because obviously sitting home doing nothing isn't probably the best ideas. But we do talk about visions and 5-year plans, 3-year plans, and 10-year plans, and sometimes those visions are different for different people in the same company. So getting everyone on the same page and all zeroed in on the same goals, I think that's a huge reason for our success is that staff. It's not just the 3 of us. I think it's everyone that has worked for us for 20, 30, 15 years, 10 years. That's where I credit all the success to. But back to purchasing for Mother's Day, because I know Mas needs to get his mom a gift.
Listen, before you bring anything out, I know I have very, very good credit in this store.
You do.
My mother, my aunt, Des, my mother-in-law, they can have whatever they want. I'm out of work, so for a while.
Well, I mean, I brought some stuff. I stopped by the store yesterday to make some deliveries.
So are you allowed in the store?
So yeah, I wouldn't be able to walk in with a bunch of customers, but I do have access. It's our store, our merchandise and stuff like that.
You have an access to go in. You can do what you need to do.
Sign us in, and I do what I got to do and get out of there. So that's a good thing, thank God. So we are able to facilitate sales. So I had a customer call me up. They wanted a certain Michelle watch. I go in, I grab it, I ship it out FedEx. Straight to their door. Everything's safe, sanitized, clean, and we're good to go. So that's a good thing. Fortunately for us, the store's 10 minutes from here, so no big deal.
And his staff is great, guys. I mean, I think Anna used to work in the Brooklyn store years ago, right?
It was 20 years, not to date Carlene, but Carlene was my dad's first employee. She's still with us. She runs our office.
So they're going to get, I mean, they're going right to heaven for dealing with him for 20 years.
Yeah, Carlene, definitely, for sure.
But Anna sold my grandparents some rings about 20 years ago, I think on 18th Avenue, for their 50th. I think we pieced this together. That I think they put my grandfather some rings that he bought my grandma.
Like generational stories like that. I mean, obviously, Rich too. Rich started with my dad. He was 19, 20 years old,
But he was smart.
He left and came back.
He left for a little bit. He needed a Jerry break.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good point. All right, so here's some. Mas actually bought these initials last year. So they're diamond 18 karat and gold diamond initials. So we do a lot of these from first mothers, especially when you have that first newborn. That first kid is a big one, obviously. So a lot of times for Mother's Day, we'll do an initial. If you have 2 or 3 kids, the husband's willing to spend more, then you get 2 or 3 initials, and that's the way to do it. We also I brought some basic stuff, some basic birthstone jewelry. These start at $199 to like $299. So not, very affordable necklaces in gold, diamonds around the specific birthstone. So we've had customers make, more of a modern kind of Mother's Day necklace with those too. And then one of our best-selling items in the store is Michelle watches. And if you know a girl on Staten Island, you probably know she probably has a Michelle watch, but if she doesn't, she needs one. So like these, we're doing 25% off right now till May 15th. So that's a really big discount. So just trying to promote some COVID-19 sales, and that's really it. And then obviously anything else, studs, necklaces, all that good stuff, I just go to the store, take a few pictures, and we work it out that way.
Awesome.
So, guys, it's really cool that, we see our business changing. We see businesses changing. But I saw an ad the other day on Facebook, and it says, remember that, no, Dave, I'm going to answer that for Gerald. You cannot get 25% off a Rolex. And you don't get champagne when you walk in the store. You know why? Because that's an engagement thing, and no one's ever going to marry you. Trust me. Maybe Christina. We've been trying. Maybe by the time quarantine's over, we're going to fix Dave and Christina up.
It's going to be great.
I'm going to tell Dave he'll get 25% off the Diamond Platinum Daytona and see if he goes for it. Still 80,000.
So, guys, the thing is that, we have to remember that even though we're locked down, quarantined, social distancing, whatever you want to call it, we all have thousands of customers. And, I know it might be a little bit, it's not as easy as driving to the mall and just getting up in the park and going to the parking lot. Reach out to those businesses. I mean, if it's Gerald and Jerry and Peter, or if it's, a regular, even if it's someone else that you normally do business with, reach out to that business. We as small business owners, we want to service you. It excites us to reach out to our regular customer, for a regular customer to reach out to Gerald and say, listen, Gerald, things are bad right now, but I want to get mom a little something, can you just clean her jewelry? Can you do something? Again, I don't know exactly to what extent. I don't want to speak for you guys, but you don't make money if you make one sale. You make money if you become part of someone's family, and you make a little bit every day. And that's how we all survive in small business. So guys, you need to reach out. One thing I got to talk about, okay, before we make fun of Big Jerry, is many people on the island have Rolexes. I think it's kind of like become the man engagement riff. All right, you give the girl the engagement ring, she goes out and buys you a Rolex or a Breitling. So I'm fortunate. I've purchased and sold many watches, and a few years ago, when they got the Rolex dealership, I went there with my Datejust, and I wanted Jerry to refurbish it. And he goes, I'm going to mail it out to Rolex. Well, I was never so upset at one of my friends and mentors that he wasn't going to do it himself. And he goes, you'll see. And I said, excuse me? He goes, Mas, you have a beautiful Datejust. It's doubled in price since you bought it. He goes, trust me on this. And this is a service, Joe, I don't know, am I allowed to talk about it? I know we're very, so.
Yeah, now, especially now, because we're an authorized dealer, so we have to go that route. But that was just
I went there, took my watch, and this experience from Rolex changed the way Partners in Sound does business. I was without my watch for 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I received an email as soon as as soon as they got my watch. I received an email, and I got someone very, very, very Mike. He was so much more geeky than you could ever be. Okay, and he explained to me every imperfection on my watch, on my timepiece. Okay, we got to be politically correct. And they went through the whole process of every nut and bolt and how they were going to replace it and fix it or whatever they want to do. Well, okay, they sent me a book to go along with the service process that I probably still have here somewhere. And next thing you know, I get a phone call that I got a UPS package. And sure enough, I open it up. The watch looks exactly the way Desiree gave it to me on Christmas 2004. Blown away. I called Jerry. I'm like, Jerry. He goes, you got the watch? I said, yeah. He goes, how does it look? I'm like, you could put it in your showcase and sell it. So I know a lot of us think about, I'm going to get my watch, my Rolex buffed. Go to Gerald, go to see Peter, go see Jerry, go see Ricky, go see the girls. And it's worth every single dollar to do that. You got to make sure it's a real Rolex. You got to make sure you didn't do any stupid stuff. Mine was OEM original. It went back to Rolex. It came back, and it was, I wish I could do all my watches. And the service is pretty, I don't want to speak. I don't know what the price point is now. I did it a few years ago. worth every dollar. It wasn't expensive.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's a car guy, it's like you get a new Ferrari, you're gonna take it to Joe's tire shop to fix the engine, or you're gonna take it back to Ferrari. It's the same kind of concept. They treat it the same way. They're not in business to, they're non-for-profit actually. So how they run their business is totally different than most retail manufacturers. They're all about the longevity and the lifetime of the watch. They could care less what it costs, but they do an excellent job with everything that they do. And I think those values installed from them have trickled down to us, and it's really helped us grow over the last 2-3 years. So for sure.
Amazing experience. I actually contemplated selling my watch. And then Big Jerry said, Mas, you have the papers. We'll be more than happy to sell for you if you want. He goes, but do you really want to sell your engagement gift from your wife?
Terrible idea.
And I said, well, marriage is like a city job. You got to get out in 20. I'm almost there. and then he turned around and I got the whole, all right, come in the back. And I got yelled at. Your wife is beautiful. What's wrong with you? You think you're a piece of bread. You're a pain in the ass, yada, yada, yada. And I got Jerry. So, but that's, I just want to talk a little bit about that. So Joe, what else is going on? So I know Peter's getting married.
Yeah, hopefully. Pete gets married in October, so God willing. All is said and done and cleared by then. I believe so.
It will be good.
In terms of business, that's really any major personal stuff. But we're just looking forward to get back to work and get some normalcy back. Obviously, I know, Mas, you probably feel the same for someone that's usually got a schedule from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. at night. You work until you fall asleep with your cell phone in your hand. This is definitely weird. It's definitely not fun. It's mentally taxing on everybody. I don't care what anyone says. It's worse to do this than to work hard, for sure. And it affects everyone different, between families, who's lost loved ones, who hasn't. Some people lost close friends. Some people haven't seen, family members that they're accustomed to seeing every day in months. So it affects everyone differently. And I think that once things get back to normal, we'll be more grateful for the little things. That's what I'm hoping for.
I definitely agree. I mean, I'm not going to lie. A couple of weeks without seeing Big Jerry, it's been a little pleasurable. I'm starting to miss him just a little bit. But I'm sure after one 50-minute argument, we'll go back to. All right, John, I'll talk to you later. So
hopefully next month we'll have the beanie meeting. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll, Jerry and Gerald are both on the board for the foundation. Our organization wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't on support of so many people and so many donors, but on families like the Amorosis that they moved from, being heavily involved with the large NFPs to getting involved with the smaller NFPs. I mean, Dad sits on the board of Michael's Cause, on top of being on the board with Beanie. I know he was involved with the Y, but the local chapter. So it's important. It's important. I'm just excited. I'm excited to go back to work. You hit the nail on the head. I've never been so tired being bored doing nothing than I have when doing large scale events. So we'll figure it out. But I want to open up to my call. I don't know, Todd, Mike, Christina, you guys have any questions for my good friend Gerald?
Who's Jerry? He's here?
I said Gerald.
No, I don't have any questions. Someone said something about your website in the comments. I want to make sure you guys.
No, I think my brother just responded to her. He put in the. Yeah, so that's the website there if you want to click on to Mother's Day. But like
can we go back to Peter's picture? Bring that back up. I mean, we got to beat up Peter a little bit. There's nothing worse than saying that you have to have your Facebook picture with you and your fiance. Can we make fun of your brother a little bit about this?
He's happily married, Mas. Leave him alone.
He's not married yet.
Yeah.
He's not married yet. Peter's gonna text me. You embarrassed me on the show. No, had a good conversation.
That's all good.
Still upset that Mas is going to introduce them to the wedding as Mr. and Dr. Amorosi.
Is he a little upset about that?
He will be a doctor, and he's taking it a little hard. He wants the Mrs. and Mrs., but I don't think she's going to let that fly.
Oh, she's the doctor?
She's the doctor, yeah. Smart girl.
She's
Very
a
cool.
very, very
I don't
smart
know how smart she's been with him, but I mean,
I just took the word out of my mouth. I don't know, but no, and she took very good care of Frank D'Amato. When
yes,
he went into, so she works at a hospital of special surgery.
correct, yes.
So, and when Frank went in for his hip, she,
She got direct orders from Jerry on that
well, you know,
one.
Jerry's a tough cookie. So she does make you look good, Peter. So Peter goes, come on, she makes me look good.
So true.
That's really it. I mean, guys, just remember, I mean, shop small, you know, support your local families, support your local businesses. I love those little ads when it says when you buy online, you pay for the fuel of that, CEO's jet. When you buy local, you pay for that, that family's daughter to go to dancing school, or, it's true. I mean,
Yep.
I believe that.
there's certain
Yeah.
people that's around world. And Jerry, I mean, I think Gerald and Peter sometimes got to wrangle him in a little bit because I think he let every piece of jewelry out the front door of the store for donation.
Yeah.
Calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, it's like with him, he's got his hand in everything in some form of either giving back or charity, and we don't do it for the accolades or anything like that. It's just something that he's been doing since his Rotary days, since he was Rotary president 35 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever it was.
Wow.
I don't even think he remembers that far back.
Nah, probably not. But the same, it's the same vision now. It's just something that, if you can give back, you can, and that's great. And everyone can in different capacities, whether it's time or whether it's money. Some people with the money don't have the time for it, but some people that don't have the money do have the time. So there's so many ways to give back and so many ways to be a part of good groups. And I've made great friends from, just like the Beanie groups, the Y, you meet some really good people with the same kind of
Right.
aspirations. I think that's the major part of it.
I think we got to go back to some very important. Oh, sorry, Todd, go.
Yeah, just a quick. I'm pulling up your website real quick right here, Gerald. While I pull it up, I'm going to ask the question anyway. Do you do like a not a virtual viewing, but are you able to do a 360 view? Do you have of any piece of jewelry? Are you able to do that?
If you go onto our website,
Okay.
and you can click on, let's just say, engagement rings, and you click round cut rings.
Okay.
You can click anything really. You'll see a large selection of different designers that we carry, and you'll see a 360 view if you click on a specific piece of jewelry.
Awesome. So you
We
have
don't
that.
have everything that we sell online, but we do have a large majority of it. A lot of custom stuff and all the hand-picked one-of-a-kind pieces. Those aren't on our website. But
Gotcha.
some of the core stuff that like the engagement rings that we'll reorder. If you buy an engagement ring, we very rarely sell it out of the showcase. What we do is we make it brand new for you, so that piece stays there, and for the next person to order as well. So stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. No, awesome, man. It's a nice site, and I agree with Christina.
Growing the web presence. That's something me and Peter have been actively doing, but it's hard, especially with jewelry. It's hard to sell online. You either need to be a really, really big time online guy, or the people that are going to shop with us know us and prefer to come in.
Yeah, you're not really selling online. You're just getting the word out.
It's the research. It's the research. It's a lot of times guys come in with a picture from our website. Hey, she sent me this, and we take it from there. So that's really
Right.
the benefit of the website.
Gerald, how does the return policy work? So I know people now, especially with the whole virtual thing, so they buy a piece, go with it. I'm like, we have a rule in my house. You don't accept a gift if you're not going to use it. I did that when we bought my father, and Marco and I bought my father his Rolex. And he goes, oh, my God, it's beautiful. And I said, yeah, you wear it every day, or I'm bringing it back tomorrow. And he wears it every day. So how does the return policy work?
Yeah, I mean, we do a 30-day exchange, so it's no problem.
You say 30?
30 days for exchange or store credit.
So how you pay is how you get it back. If they pay.
I mean, if it's a special order, like building a brand new engagement ring, like those are not exchangeable. If you're
Somebody ordering something from Mother's Day, order a piece.
You come in, you buy something, she doesn't love it, she wants it in a different color. There's no problem. Yeah, we're very flexible. Again, we're not a big corporation.
And good luck doing that online, guys. Good luck. I mean, it's funny. So Zag, it's funny. This is what I was doing. So I So the joke is I'm at the mall once a week because I drop my phone once a week. How many screens did I break in December, Gerald? I was there.
You were in the mall every week. I thought you were just coming to hang out, but you were just leaving your phone at Apple.
Yeah. So this is what I ordered. This is what they sent me. Good. They don't even answer the phone. Good luck trying to call them now. This is an upgrade because they gave me the antibacterial corona-free screen, Mike. We'll talk about this in a minute. But they sent me the wrong screen. Now, did I have a more expensive screen and they sent me a cheaper screen? So good luck picking up the phone and get on the phone with them. I tried calling. They won't answer. I had to send an email. 72 hours to the job. You call Gerald. You call Peter. God, if you call Big Jerry, forget it. He's calling you right back. But the bottom line is that's the advantage of shopping with a local brand, a local store, customer service.
Yep.
And listen, you may get it $1 or $2 cheaper, but cheap is expensive. And that's the stuff that I want to stress as a small business. So what do you think about the whole extension of the mall? You like the way it's all coming, all the different renovations that are done, or do you like it the way it used to be? Do you like the new layout?
It's definitely better now. I mean, you got more of like we were talking about before, more of that experience factor. You can go to the mall and have a day with your family. You don't even have to shop. You could go eat. You could go to Dave & Buster's. You can walk around, maybe see something. So anything that's going to be more attractive to traffic is I'm all for it. Like adding the movie theater, adding Tommy's Tavern, adding Chipotle and Shake Shack and all these, interactive kind of places, Dave & Buster's especially, that just brings traffic, and that's what we pay for. So once they're in the mall, then it's our opportunity. So.
Gerald, do you have an actual idea of business since the expansion? That's a great question, Moss. Just curious. Do you generally have an idea? And then if you have actual numbers about overall, what's the foot traffic been like? An increase?
If they didn't raise your rent, it didn't work.
yeah. Well, fortunately, they can't raise it anymore. But
nice
for now. So what happened was when they were doing that expansion, there was some hiccups along the way. So it's any kind of construction job. So when they were building the parking garage, that got halted, and then they started building the expansion. So what that did was eliminate about 60 or 70% of the parking spaces at the mall. So we went from 16, and then in 17, that traffic destroyed us. So 17 was a rough year. So 18 obviously was so much better. So once they finished the construction, it boomeranged. So that was good. But it's definitely, I think, overall a lot nicer than it used to be.
Okay.
So I'm very happy with it. I mean, the more you can do, the merrier.
But so you see a general overall uptick in foot traffic and people just coming, whether it's just a quick window shop or coming in, coming out, and
it's so hard to track who would have purchased from you if they're just walking by or not. I mean, that's like that's tough. Oh, of course. If they came to the mall just for Rolex, or were they walking by and decided to buy one? That's a very hard to figure out. Or maybe they walked by, saw what you had, and then 6 months later they come back and see you. So that's the caveat. Every customer that walks in, it's a positive. So from what you do from there.
Yeah, I think it's great to be a part of the rebirth of the Staten Island Mall. I mean, listen, it's it's been around for, how long has the Staten Island Mall?
70s, I think. 80s.
Wow, that's a good thing. I should Google that real quick.
We got in 95.
95. I moved out to Staten Island in 93. Yeah, I mean, remember there wasn't nearly as much there when we first came out here, and then they really expanded. I remember the back being expanded when they added a couple of restaurants back there. So it's great to be a part of that history. I mean, you're a part of history again. Yeah. There's a big expansion while other things on the island are popping up.
I mean, while a lot of malls are closing, it was good to see our mall putting money into it. So,
right, and with the population of Staten Island, although overall, and Mike Bloomey will probably correct me, I feel like overall as a New York City, I feel like we've lost people, but I also feel like Staten Island has seen a little bit of an uptick, or maybe they've also lost as well. Point being, Staten Island's overpopulated. There's a lot of freaking people on Staten Island. You needed to do this for the mall, and you're taking advantage. And you're at the good end of all this, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, a lot of people go to Jersey, so we're trying to change that habit. So
well, Todd went to Jersey, so it's not really. But I mean, the mall. So let me talk a little bit about the mall. So people knock the Staten Island Mall, and it drives me crazy because people go. And I'm looking for the pictures from Rolex, so I'm not being rude. I'm just scrolling through my phone to find it. I don't remember how long ago we did it. And I'm sure your father's going to probably text me. I should have been better prepared. But anyway, every time I go to the mall, the food court has got great food. The mall is immaculate. The parking garage is very, very safe. I've never seen so much. I mean, I know there was a couple of incidents in the mall. I called Jerry the other day, after that, and I went to the mall. And I said, I've never seen so many cops, plain clothes, and uniform.
There's a lot of security.
A lot of security, guys. It's probably one of the more secure places on Staten Island. And I know that there was a little bit of uptick. Oh, what's going on? One bad apple, ruins the bunch. So one idiot does something stupid, and all of a sudden, the location gets.
I mean, that's a social media frenzy. Just people chirping in. That's all that was, I mean, I don't know how old Moss is, but I'm sure when he was 14 years old in school, he probably knew about a couple of fights at the mall. And that's usually what it is. It's usually 12, 13, 14-year-olds. It's never actual safety issues. So, it happens once in a blue moon and it blows up. But otherwise, I mean, it's definitely very safe. It's definitely a good place to shop. We've been there a long time. And we'll see what happens as it goes forward. We'll see. Hopefully, it's very safe as well.
And a good thing is that Dunkin' Donuts is a couple of stores down. Yeah. So we take a lot of Big Jerry's meetings at Dunkin' Donuts. So we get him out of the store. That's a goal. Ricky's trying to push him out for a while.
But I think they're upstairs now, right?
Yeah, we're upstairs.
No, the Dunkin' Donuts is upstairs now, right?
Mm-hmm. By Macy's.
So we send Big Jerry on missions around the mall to just get him out of there. Yeah. He scares all the customers away. That's why we keep him in the back. Right?
When Moss comes in, he just goes in the office with him, keep him occupied for a few hours.
Well, you know what it is. We have these heart-to-hearts, and we argue, we yell. I mean, the staff thinks I'm crazy, but I have fun, and the staff is great. All the girls are great. Really, your staff is dynamite.
Moss, I have a question for you. You're saying Gerald's one of your mentors. What's some of the best advice you've ever received when it comes to doing what you do and being a business owner like yourself? What's some of the best advice you can share with
I'm going to tell a great story. So when you get to a point in business, people rate success based on money. I think money and success are two different things. I know people that are very, very, very successful that aren't very, 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 very wealthy. They do good, right? So Jerry asked me to take an appointment for a friend of his, and we close at 5:00 on Mondays. That was just a thing. Years ago, we said, you know what? We work all weekend long. Our entire industry is closed on Mondays. And the most valuable Jerry Amorosi story goes here. He goes, Moss, a friend of mine's son wants to come in and see you for his wedding. Now, we are at a disadvantage when we know the groom, not the bride. True fact. The girls have all the power. Ask Peter. He says, yes, Sam, whatever you want. Anyway, so we kind of continue to go down the voyage. I thought I was doing Jerry a favor by meeting with this client when we were closed. So sure enough, the clients came, son and future daughter-in-law came, and they left, and they didn't book. And I gave them the Jerry price. I discounted it, and I was baffled. And Big Jerry said, he goes, they leave a deposit. I said, no. He goes, you must have screwed up. I said, Jerry, I don't screw up. I'm like, come on, I do this every day. And sure enough, I called the client a couple of times. They wouldn't take my call. So Big Jerry called the kid's father. The kid's father spoke to the kid. Then they spoke to the fiance, and they ripped me apart. Sorry, my camera went out of focus. And they said, he was really nice. He goes, but we walked in and the TVs were off and the lights were off. And he wasn't, not that I wasn't professional, but I didn't do my job. And Jerry said, he goes, you're going to take the appointment again, but you're going to take it when you're open, and you're going to treat them like regular people, not that they're a friend of a friend and you got the sale in the bag. Probably the most valuable lesson I learned from Big Jerry. I was like, oh, it's so and so's son. His father's paying for the wedding. He's got to use me. Like not that I didn't do my job, but I didn't do my job. And you know, and the second time they came in, you know, I made sure they came in like again. Everybody does what I do. I mean, for Christ's sakes, look on Facebook all day long. Everyone's a DJ. I mean, Darren Zocali's a DJ now. Mike, I think he's going to start working for us. He's Desiree's girlfriend's, Desiree's best friend's wife. So Mike was torturing him on Facebook, asking if he was going to be a DJ. But what makes our company better? I don't want to use the word better. What makes our company different is the experience. The only thing that makes me different than anyone else, I now no longer did for this client. I came in and showed them lights, screens, and style. I didn't show them that when you walk in, there's a receptionist that a client relations specialist. Can I get you a cup of coffee? Your name is up on the wall. Well, congratulations, the future Mr. and Mrs. I don't want to say their last name, but you know, I told Gerald offline. I don't want to put people's business out there.
No. I agree with that.
I get it.
You know, I didn't offer them a glass of champagne like I normally do.
Right.
I wasn't dressed. I was in basketball shorts and a t-shirt. You know, but to me, I was like, we're closed at 5. You wanted to come in at 7 on a Monday. I'm doing you a favor. At the end of the day, they're the customer.
They're doing you the favor by coming.
They're doing me the favor by coming. And if I didn't want to give them the full experience, I should have never met with them. Most valuable lesson I ever learned from Big Jerry. And you know, and I tell my men, you want to come in on a Sunday? You get your butt here a half hour early. You turn on every goddamn TV. You turn on the coffee maker. You put on a pair of dress pants and a dress shirt or jeans. Now we're business casual, so dress jeans and a partners in Sound Polo. But you know what? This isn't a basketball court. This is a place of business. People are entrusting us on the most important day of their lives. And that's a lesson that I learned from Jerry. You know?
There we go.
I mean,
very cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I definitely agree with that, Mas. Sometimes we lose sight of, you know, we kind of assume the customer knows what you have to offer. And I think that's a huge misconception because the customer, just because they know what you can offer, you know, doesn't mean that you should slight them of anything, especially if they're a good customer. Sometimes, you know, that's something I learned. Slow down, and you're helping a good customer, and a new customer walks in, they want to see you. You know, don't slight your good customer that you're helping at the moment, or speed through the process, or hurry things up this way you can just help the next guy. Because then you're gonna have two people upset. So you know that's definitely a good point. If I go in on my day off, I put on a full suit now. I made that mistake in the past where I put on a t-shirt or a polo and jeans, and you know that's not how it works. So you put on the full suit and go home, and 20 minutes later, it is what it is. Yeah. This is the business we signed up for.
I feel like sometimes it's hard though when it's like a friend of yours or someone you know, and like you want to be professional and you want to show up and like give them that same service you would give like a real client, but you have that like relationship, so it's hard for them to almost take you seriously to some aspect.
Yeah, I definitely had it, you know, like when I started working until I got a little bit more seasoned, helping friends, you know, friend buy an engagement ring. And he's sweating out the $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, and I'm here to help you. But like, I don't also want to ask for your money either. You know, like,
it's hard.
You know, so there's that awkwardness. When I first started, it was definitely hard. You know, and that's why I leaned on Rick a lot because I had Rick take care of the customer, and I would just flow in and out. And we worked very well like that, and that was a huge advantage. But I learned over time how to deal with them. And you know, if there is an awkwardness, sometimes me and my brother will help each other's friends. So you don't feel awkward. They're a little more honest with me if they're his best friend. And vice versa. So that's, you know, we just play it off that. It's all, at the end of the day, it's all a judgment call. How you feel. Right. Because how you feel is really the customer's going to know how you feel. So you got to do what's best for the business.
You got to listen. Dealing with friends and family is the hardest. I mean, I walk into the store. I don't even get a price. I just take it, and it's like, all right, they'll figure it out later. Because, you know, I mean, I'm a little bit different, maybe, but
yeah, it doesn't. Don't tell people.
No, but it's just
we usually owe Mas money for something. So
there's always every month. It's like, you know, it was funny. I think it was with my dad's watch. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it. If he's not gonna wear it, I'm gonna bring it back.
Yeah,
I won't open it. Right, and it was crazy because, and then like I never paid for the watch, And like Peter, like 4 months later, was like, are you ever, Moss, did I decide to keep the watch? I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, okay. I'm like, did I not pay for it? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, man. I mean, I was in the mall half hour later with the money. I'm like, all right, here's a check. Here, But it was like, it gets uncomfortable, right? And stupid things. And then I got Big Jerry chasing me, trying to pay me for Peter's wedding. Like, let me give you a check. Let me give you a check. I'm like, I don't know. Money, business, and friends is really, really, really hard, guys. Yeah. And there's that line, but I got caught with my pants down. It was a lesson I always, always, always remembered because of Big Jerry.
Moss, I felt like you were going to say one more lesson from Jerry. I feel like you had one more thing to share. Did you?
Always make sure the bathroom is clean.
Really? But for real?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Simple, but makes sense.
He goes, Moss, he goes, you're catering to women. If a woman has to use the ladies' room, make sure your area is clean. Yeah,
there's nothing worse than walking into a business where they don't take care of their bathroom. So first thing I did when I started working at Techie Geek, I brought in a bottle of perfume for the bathroom just to spray around.
There's 12 bottles of perfume in the Gerald Peters bathroom. I know, because sometimes I've had to use number one.
What's wrong with the Techie Geek bathroom?
I go number two.
Yeah, it smelled when I first started because you didn't have air spray, so I had that little bottle of perfume. Remember?
So first off, we have the automatic machine that shoots out. It's not my fault. They don't ever replace it. I don't use that bathroom for number two.
Well, because you have a bidet.
I go home. Yes, correct.
He has a bidet.
I mean, Gerald, he's got a bidet. I mean, think about this. I don't know who does your IT, but don't use this guy.
Not me.
Charges it on like.
This guy's got a bidet. I mean, he has his own
delivery. Forget about him.
That brings him breakfast, lunch, and dinner because he won't leave the house because of Corona.
It's true.
So,
anyway.
In closing, anything, Gerald? You want to throw anything out there?
No.
So,
a quick Mother's Day question, and Gerald, I'm sorry if you already touched on this. Obviously, you have a bunch of items specifically on your website as I look at it right now. Specifically, the things that you showed, was any of that specific, specials or Mother's Day discounts or anything? I'm sorry, if you could go through it one more time as we come up to the end of the show, just so anyone joining us late, you could just kind of tell them what you have on the site and any special deals of discounts, and we'll plug the website again.
All right, I'll plug it in. Hold on 1 second.
Just want to see, make sure any specials you have running for Mother's Day specifically, and anyone who just joined us, because we're up to like 100 million viewers. It's amazing.
Big Jerry says I paid 10% more.
Hey, we're at Work TV. Just no big deal.
So you see my screen, correct?
Give me 1 second. Let me pull
sure, Mike will pull it up. There we go. So yeah, if you just go through real quick before we go off air here.
Go right here to the side, which is the menu bar. You'll see virtual appointment. So that's anything if you have questions or if you need some training in terms of engagement rings, wedding bands. A lot of people have been reaching out to us on Skype or Zoom or FaceTime, whatever it is. We try and help people out, walk people through the process, use different websites for training and education. But to the shop Mother's Day, this brings you to the fine jewelry that we have available on our website. There is no special in terms of like discounts or anything like that. But you can, like I said, if you click on something like these earrings, we can let you know if they'll be available for Mother's Day. So estimate arrival, yes. So this would be available for Mother's Day, which is great. So that's great to know. You'll have it direct to your door. There's no shipping, and the free gift with purchase. So that's the benefit on that. Anything else, like in terms of the Michelle watches or diamond jewelry, anything like that, feel free to text our store number, which is 718-477-4000. You can email the store. You can call the store. It goes direct to my cell phone. So all of those options, Facebook, Instagram, we're on it actively 24/7, answering questions and all that good stuff. So anyone that has something
Did you say 24/7?
Yeah, my phone stays on. I don't know.
Okay, don't worry. I have nothing better to do in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I have a feeling Mike will be up at 3 o'clock doing something.
No, I'm not going to be up. I'll create a bot to do it, and then you'll have to hire me to get rid of it.
So,
Mark Strange says the 25% off Michelle watch is crazy.
Yeah,
What's up, Mark?
that's a big discount. We normally don't do that, so that's from now till May, another 10 days. So hopefully someone takes advantage. A lot of customers have taken advantage of it. We delivered it straight to their door. If they're undecided between 2 or 3 models, I bring both or 3, whatever we got to do, and we'll make it work.
I mean,
That's awesome.
I only think it's appropriate here. On every guest that we have, Mike winds up buying one of each for all of his employees. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we should go right with that rose gold sky dweller. I think that would be
the gold
excellent.
Wydella works good. I mean, Mike, you should. I mean, you sent STK to everyone's house. You should buy them all gold watch.
$50, 50,000. What's the
Well, what's the deal? Come on, your pockets. You're carrying that in cash a day in your freaking pocket.
No.
It's a write-off.
He doesn't.
There you go.
He's politically correct. He's not touching any cash. Okay.
True.
Oh.
It's amazing. Since quarantine happened, Mike, I was informed. The little birdie told me he is now a Black American Express card holder.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
No, I don't have black. I gotta keep my gold because it has so many good things.
But
I use enough. I probably use enough to get the black. The American Express is where I do everything for the business, but the gold gives you so many points, and I get to pick my card.
there's no way you can buy 5 Rolexes. If you buy 5 Rolexes right now, if Amex doesn't call you to authorize the charge, you're a big dog. Let's try it.
Okay, will you return it?
All sales are final.
Exchange only.
No
You said it early.
credit.
Christina, go on their website and go shopping and just
You know,
send the bill to Mike.
all I'm going to say is Nicole is the mother of your children. She gave you 2 beautiful, healthy children. She needs to be, minimum. We got to start off with at least a white gold, presidential. She's the vice president of the company. She needs to be in presidential status.
Nicole already picked her Mother's Day gift.
Nicole
She picked the
doesn't
gift.
seem like a Rolex type of gal, honestly.
Oh no, she's getting a Rolex.
She's
I'm
getting a
ready
Rolex.
to sell on this show.
I can never wear a Rolex because I type on a computer and when you type, it bends in.
All day.
You don't type like me. You probably have your hands up and doing one fingers.
I do the one.
Yeah, I can't do it. I've tried getting watches, and because let's be honest, I was looking at a beautiful Star Wars watch this weekend, and I say to myself, I can't do it because I'll never wear it. I have like 5 beautiful watches.
Yes, I understand. I have a little stand. They take my watch off. I can't be banging on the keyboard. It's
annoying.
And I'm pulling cable.
Yeah,
I'm in a drop ceiling. What am I going to scratch it?
So yellow, white gold, presidential, black face. It's got the black Star Wars white.
Oh, there you go. I did get my wedding ring from there, and they're great. I got that wedding ring that if you get in a car accident, they have to cut your finger off to get it off. What's it, right? Jerry, the carbide or something, the tungsten or
yeah,
they cut your finger off. They basically have to sign paperwork that hey, good luck. They can't cut the ring off. They have to destroy your finger to get it.
Really?
But they were great. As I got fatter, I went there and I'm like, hey guys, this is when they were in the old store. I'm like, my ring no longer fixed. They're like, no problem. Mailed it in and mailed me a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jerry told you to lose weight.
They might have said that too, but yeah, no, the ring is too strong, Christina. They can't cut it. I think they have to crush it. I think that's what there's a machine that crushes it.
There's a machine. It's like ceramic. So if they hit it at the right angle and pinpoint, they could shatter it. So that's what they would do. But
they can't pull it off your finger, obviously.
Yeah. Right. If you're getting a trauma and your finger swells up.
And your finger swells up so much, that's usually the case, but they have to.
I will not want that ring.
Can you imagine if Mike gets into a car accident and loses a finger because of his wedding ring?
That's crazy. I saw someone that almost lost a finger from their wedding ring in the gym. That thing got caught on one of the machines, and they almost ripped the skin right off their finger. It pulled down.
That's
John Wick cut his hand off as an offering.
All right, so
high table.
No, you see, we're talking about Tiger King. We got to keep.
I didn't say Tiger King. I said John Wick.
Oh, okay. I thought you
want to talk Tiger King, Gerald? Have you seen Tiger King?
You know what? Peanut butter.
I haven't.
All right.
Do you like
these questions? You haven't seen Tiger King. That's why Gerald and I are friends. Do you like peanut butter?
Do I like peanut butter?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you eat cheese?
Do I eat cheese?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you eat
pickles?
breakfast for dinner?
Do I eat breakfast for dinner? Yeah, I would definitely do that. Definitely.
So he's so.
Dick
You
move.
You
Dick
couldn't
move.
see over. You couldn't see over it though because it said the mute.
Yeah,
It
mute,
said,
yeah.
We don't eat breakfast for dinner.
Oh,
Nice.
you got to
Oh, you
put.
gotta change that.
All right, now let's continue on our quest. So he likes peanut butter. He eats cheese. He doesn't watch Tiger King. This is why he is my boy. This is why
Do you
he's
like pickles? Do you like pickles?
Yeah, I eat all food, so it's on the hard.
All right, we got 4 out of 5.
I don't love them, but I eat anything that's in front of me. So.
I'm going to really into our favorite restaurants on Staten Island.
Pizza.
La Fontana, Sornello.
La Fontana is definitely up there.
No particular order. We're not holding.
No particular order. I love Esca's. It's very good.
Ooh, good shout, man. Good shout.
I've only eaten it once. And
Although if I get
when
another
went-
email from the SIEDC about Max's Esca, I'm gonna scream from the top of the mountain. It's very annoying. But anyway, Gerald, keep going.
Gotta throw Mr. Rapaciulo's place in there. Giovanni's is good.
Ooh.
He delivered to my house a couple days ago.
Probably came
very
cold.
I do like Giovanni.
good. The wrong meal? No, I'm just kidding. Everything is good. Yeah, I mean,
Be sure to order from STK and tell them Todd sent you, Gerald.
Alright.
Order from STK. I'll send you the information and let them know that I sent you. They have some a great package for you. Speaking of Mother's Day, you should get some food ordered to the house. So
all right.
I'll send it to you, Gerald.
Christina, did you see the opener that I made for Moss? You were late. Did
It's
you
really
see
good.
it, Gary?
Christina will like
No,
it.
I saw it, but I think everyone.
Christina will like it. I think we should see it one more. You can end the show. It's 4:03.
Yeah.
All right, so Gerald, thank you. I want to
Thanks
thank
for having me.
Thank you for being our guest. I want to thank the
Thanks,
Amorosi
Gary.
family. I love you guys. Always have my back, and I always have your guys. And thank you for coming on. What do we got tonight, Todd, for Gotham After Dark?
Gotham After Dark. We have a packed lineup. I think we'll have 10 guests and they'll all stay in the green room for about 6 hours. Stay tuned on Gotham After Dark, 10 p.m. Plenty going on.
Will Moss be on or will he be in the green room?
Moss is going to be on for every second of every minute of every part of that show tonight. Just stay tuned. He's going to go on a rant, folks. He's going to curse every curse word known to man.
The 7 dirty curse words.
7 dirty curse words and then some. Some that he'll just make up out of nowhere because he's Massimo Dodon. He's kind of a big deal, and that's what he does. That's
All
it.
right.